Good afternoon, everyone. It's Ron with the Safety Tribe again. I had an interesting questions come up earlier this week, and I thought it was worthy of spending a little bit of time on YouTube. The question is, what's my take on computer-based training for safety? There are a lot of companies out there that offer computer-based training for safety. They advertise it as the cure-all for all your safety training needs. And I think there's a lot of things about computer-based training, or e-training as some refer to it, that are pretty attractive. I think the idea of having a computer take the employee through a certain curriculum, and documenting that employee went through that curriculum, and documenting a test score, and printing out a certificate, and then a record being kept of all the information related to that training, and I think that's wonderful. But there's some downfalls to that too. One of the downfalls is that in my situation, where I deal mostly with construction and manufacturing, there's still a lot of people in construction and manufacturing at the time I'm doing this video who aren't very computer literate. In fact, some of them would be scared to death to have to sit in front of a computer and take a course. It's just foreign to their culture. If you were in a situation where you had a younger workforce, I think that would probably work out fine in that respect. But at this point, there's still a lot of people who aren't comfortable with computers. Second of all, information retention from computer-based training or e-training is not particularly high compared to the kind of retention you get when you have a qualified instructor teaching about a subject that they have knowledge of. So you're not going to be as effective in your training as if you had a qualified instructor doing the training as you would otherwise, and you're still going to have people who just aren't really there with the computer. However, computer-based training, in my opinion, is definitely a notch above what a lot of people do, and that is, there's a lot of times we just set our employees down in front of a TV or computer and have them watch a video, and that's their safety training. I worked at a place once, and when I got there, they had their new employees for 1 week sit and watch video after video after video after video. They never tested them, they never spoke with them, they just put them in a room with a stack of videotapes and just left them there for a week. And that was their safety training. But that wasn't a very effective kind of safety training. And I think computer-based training is certainly more effective than that, and the record-keeping part of it is certainly a lot better too. So I think there is a place for safety-based, computer-based safety training. I think, however, it should be used in conjunction sometimes with person-to-person training. I can envision a situation where the computer-based training was kind of a prerequisite to a certain follow-up kind of training. For example, if I had an employee and I set him down and went through computer-based training on permit required confined spaces, I would not feel comfortable saying, okay, there's a confined space, it's got hazards in it, you've had confined space training on the computer, go deal with it. I wouldn't feel comfortable with that. They need some follow-up. So if you're in a position to deal with follow-up, if you're in a position to deal with employees who are not really computer literate, and this is your alternative to sitting people in front of videos, I'd say go for it. It is definitely better than watching videos. It is not quite as good as having a qualified instructor who knows his or her material. So that's my take on computer training or e-training for safety. I don't know if this has been helpful, but if you think it has, I'd appreciate a like. And if you would just subscribe and share, that would be great. And if you got any comments, leave some comments down below. Thank you very much, and you have a great day.